Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Spike Magazine Trophy in the Mid-Atlantic Molly League. I got those backwards, but that's where we are. It's week number 6 of 9 in this competition. And boy, do we have a good one tonight. Tonight is going to be a high-skill matchup. Both coaches really need to bring their A game in this matchup. It's going to be Harlequins B.B.F.C versus Nuffle to see here. BB Nut versus Clypheus. Undead versus Chaos Chosen. I'm excited for this match. Let's take a look at the standings, though, before we talk about these two teams. In Division A, currently in first place, Dead Fred's Real American Heroes, a Dark Elf team. 3-1-0 is their record. They are followed closely behind by Nick Satan Cenozoic Park. A Lizardman team, 3-0-1 is their record. And in third place, the Dead Poets, coached by S. Beaver, an Undead team, 2-3-0 is their record. But look at those standings here. Nevagana Chimes team, very closely behind there. That is a hotly contested top 4. And in Division B, currently in first place with their win last night, Eric's Elphitis Australis, a Wood Elf team. 4-1-0 is their record by a TD diff of 2. They are ahead of Doug the Minotaur's White Skull Windbreakers, an Orc team, also 4-1-0. And Mr. Yuck, Venger's Nurgle team, 2-2-1 is their record. The Harlequins and Nuffle to see here are up tonight, looking for wins to stay at the upper half of the standings here while we go into the final 4 weeks of regulation play. Clivey says, we can skip Division B entirely, that's fine. First up, the home team this evening, Harlequins B.B.F.C, coming in a TV of 950,000 gold. They're going to be down a player in Scott Baldwin. Scott Baldwin missing this game due to an injury. That means his effective the team's effective TV is going to be 990 TV. Keep that number in mind. Has 3 ghoul runners, has 1 mummy, crucially lost the second mummy, murdered the second mummy. A couple of white blitzers and a whole bunch of linemen. 3 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. They're going to be up against Clypheus's Nuffle to see here. They are the sole Chaos Chosen team in this competition, and they come in a TV of 1,430,000 gold. That's 440K in petty cash that will be going back to the Harlequins Blood Bowl Football Club this afternoon. 13 players on the roster. Has the Ogre. The big guy, the Ogre, is a rookie, has 4 of the Chaos Chosen blockers. They're all strength 4, has a whole bunch of these Beastmen linemen as well. All the linemen come with horns, has a number of skills that he's been able to pick up on this team over the course of the season. 1 oppo, 2 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. How are the two teams going to play tonight? Let's talk about the visiting team first. Nuffle to see here. This is a Chaos team. This is a kill team. He's trying to remove players, and in order to do that, he needs to get the skills that he's looking for. He's looking for Mighty Blow. He's looking for Block. He's looking for Claw. And he has that interspersed around the team, right? He has 4 players with Mighty Blow. He has 2 players with Block. He has Proprioception, the number 3 blocker who has Claw. Claw treats all opposing AV as if it's an 8+. He has Myopia. This is his ball handler with, I'm sorry, not his ball handler. This is a strip ball player with Wrestle, and he has Tackle on Strabismus. So a lot of useful skills. Has Guard as well on Presbyopia, but they're sort of interspersed amongst the team. So I think Chaos teams are weaker at low TV, and I think it shows here how you can see that the skills are all great, but they're kind of all over the place. He's trying to spread that SPP out so that he can get these players to level up, but it can be difficult to sort of combo off of these skills in an effective way. He does have 3 rerolls. It's where he needs to be. He's trying to play a bashy game against a bashy team. The problem is he's up against Undead. Undead is, by comparison, great out of the box, right? Undead, you can pick up 2 mummies. Those mummies are a strength of 5. They come with Mighty Blow and no nega trait to speak of. They are fantastic. Now, the Harlequins are missing 1 mummy. That's a big loss for them. I imagine this gap's going to be filled in with a star player. He has 3 of the 4 ghoul runners. That's great. You know, these ghoul runners, MA is 7. They have dodge. He has Rustle on 1. He has dirty player on the other. I think that's fantastic. You have a ghoul runner who's your fowler. You have a ghoul runner who's your ball carrier, and then you can get out the other 2 as you see fit. He has the 2 blitzers. 1 has Mighty Blow. Why not have Mighty Blow on a blitzer, right? That's a great combination as well. And then has a lineman with the block seal, who will not be starting tonight. He will have a journeyman, and he'll have 440k in petty cash. Now, these pieces on paper, I think, are better than the opposing team. The opposing team has more skills, however. If Clypheus can somehow find a way to bounce off of those skills in a way that makes sense, he'll come out on top, right? Takes the blitz with Mighty Blow, gets somebody with Mighty Blow in position to take a block, maybe has the claw player free to go after maybe Alex Domper in tier. That's going to be the trick for Clypheus, and it's going to be a very tactical game. Where do it's not just about his formation, it's about where every single piece is going to be so that he can maximize his use of all of those skills he has across all of those players. The Undead team, by contrast, out of the box, has great positionals. He has the 3 ghoul runners. He has the 1 mummy. That's going to hurt. He's going to have to try to find a way to make that mummy useful without having the backup mummy. I think he can do it naturally. He has these very cheap zombie linemen. 440k, I think, absolutely means Ivan the Animal Death Shroud will be playing for the Harlequins tonight. That's a star player that comes in at 190k with 250 left. For my money, that's a bribe and a wizard. BB Nut does not have... well, he has Danny Care. You know what? Maybe he goes 2 bribes. Maybe he goes 2 bribes with the dirty player and forgoes the wizard. I don't know. I really like a wizard. For my money, it's Ivan the Animal Death Shroud, a bribe, and a wizard. He might go 2 bribes instead. They're each 100k. Or there's one other very viable option, and I mean this sincerely. Trust me, sincerely. He could channel the spirit of Evil Dead. And he could pick up Bryce the Slice Campbell for 130k. Don't do that. Well, I don't know how good Bryce is, but Bryce looks kind of terrible. To me, anyway. But if he wants to channel the soul of Bruce Campbell, he can pick up Bryce the Slice Campbell. But if he does that, he has to speak in lines from Evil Dead the whole evening. But yeah, I think Ivan the Animal Death Shroud's the way to go for this team tonight. We'll see if he'll definitely pick up at least a bribe. We'll see if he picks up more than that. It'll be a little bit of a dance for this team as well, but less so because he's already got the pieces he needs to play into his strategy. This is a bashy team with his very fast ghoul runners. He's going to just bash down the pitch on offense, try to open up that hole, and then let those ghoul runners fly. On defense, he'll just try to screen out or not so much screen out, but stay in front of the rush. This is a running team he's up against. Doesn't really have to worry about the pass too much, and he has those ghoul runners to harass, right? He can get a ghoul runner in for an assist. He can get Danny Carey in for the foul, and you can bet he'll be doing that as much as possible tonight. Clypheus, you're not the one that can get Bryce. All right, but without further ado, Clypheus says Morgue. I don't think he has access to Morgue. Maybe he does. Let's head over and see if this game's underway. I'm going to check out Discord, see if coaches are ready to go. All right, I see one in voice chat, and I see both in the game, so it looks like the coaches are ready to go. Ben Somniac, welcome to the stream. No Morgue for dead people. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Nuffle to see here with nothing in the treasury, nothing to do in the inducement phase. 440k for the Harlequins B.B.F.C. Yeah, Ivan the Animal Death Shroud, no doubt about it. 1 bribe, 1 biased referee, so it looks like he's afraid of the foul. Oh, nope, okay. He says, nope, never mind, I'm not afraid of the foul. Picks up the wizard, yeah, that's the way I would go with this. Bribe, wizard, and Ivan the Animal Death Shroud. On another rainy day. Game 2 in week number 6. Also a rainy game. Had one last night. Elfitis Australis came out on top 2-0 in that game. Nuffle C here wins the coin toss. They could go either way on this. Probably, I don't know, go defense? Yeah, I'd go defense just so I could keep control of the momentum. So due to the rain, that means all the ball handling actions are going to be a -1. That's catching, picking up the ball, and pass interference. All are -1. Harlequins with this offset anchor, 3 on the line to the right, everybody else off to the left. Oh, this is such a beautiful pitch. And now Nuffle to see here to set up their offense. They're going to have to pay attention to that wizard. They also have to pay attention to that bribe, right? The sneaky get. Danny Kerr, there he is. Or he's not sneaky get, I'm sorry, he's a dirty player. He's a dirty player. There he is, he's gonna be the fouler. Dirty player is basically a mighty blow for fouls. He gets a +1 to the armor or the injury roll, whichever of the 2 rolls he'll need it for. Seven on the line with the end over in the left wide zone for Nuffle to see here. They have Keratitis, the number 8 mighty blow lineman, back to receive. Neither team has a kicker. Eight on the line now for Nuffle to see here. They're going to have to pull 1 player out of the left wide zone. Down to 7 on the line. Line now strong on the right. Here's the kick. Middling kick. Oh no, rain. The rain clears up just in time for turn 1. Clear skies. So now catches, pickups, and pass interference is all going to be back to normal. 2-die block on the right defensive end to get things started. Breaks armor. And got a stun. Well done to start the game. Ball kick to the 14-yard line just to the right of Blepharospasm. 2-die block on the left defensive end is going to be a POW. Mighty blow POW. Needed an 8+, but didn't get it. Keith, welcome to the stream. Says the Chaos player has to play dirty. Takes a mark against Alex Dombrant. Two marks on Alex Dombrant here. Presbyopia coming in to mark the front of this Mummy player. And now the blitz. 2-die blitz on Alex Dombrant, the Mummy. 8+ breaks armor thanks to Claw. Broke armor. Got a KO. This is what we talked about in the pregame. Has to find a way to get these skills to work out. Was able to get the assist to get the 2-die blitz with the Claw player. That treats that 10+ Mummy as an 8+ on armor. Got the armor break. And now no Mummies on the pitch. One-man player advantage for Nuffle to see here. Good ball pickup. They're going to advance the ball to their own 4-yard line. Claffy is the Season 2 MAML champion. Three-die with the Ogre against the number 10 lineman. Breaks armor yet again. Gets a stun. Another good stun. BB Nut saw the opportunity for a fireball. Look at all these players. had his own players in there as well. He said, you know what? You're just a zombie. You're just a zombie. Who cares? Gets 3 knockdowns. And now going on the blitz. Gets a pal in Presbyopia. Turn 1 fireball. He said, if you're going to give me a target that juicy, I may as well take it. Problem is, he's not going to have the fireball now to convert off of. Was hoping for... Got the foul, yes indeed. Took the foul on the claw player, didn't get anything out of it, didn't get called off the pitch. Turn 2 back to Nuffle to see here. Clypheus probably a bit relieved here that the fireball's been spent. Now doesn't have to worry about his formation too much. Also doesn't have to worry about a breakaway run. Although that's probably not going to happen too often, if at all, in this game, just because he doesn't have the speed advantage. Judge Dredge says, wait, what the hell time do you call this? I'm used to watching like 2 a.m. Yeah, they scheduled the game at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. my time. But I'm pretty sure that's because one of the players is out your way, Judge Dredge. And welcome to the stream, of course. Where is Ivan? There he is. Ivan the Animal Death Shroud. Double pals on Joe Marchant, the number 7 blitzer. So Ivan the Animal, right? 190K for this player. He's got block, disturbing presence. He has Juggernaut, strip ball, and tackle. 2-die blitz on Carl, the journeyman. Judge Dredd said, that's a lot of blood on the field. Well, see, what happened was, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for this. Somewhere in the stands, right, there was a wizard hidden. And he decided that he's a big fan of the Harlequins B.B.F.C. So he was going to shoot a fireball onto the pitch. Turn 2 for the Harlequins. Mighty Blow Blitz coming up. 2-die blitz on Stereognosis by Andre Esterhazen. Gets the POW here. 9+ of break armor. Can't do it. And then rushes into position to get the assist against proprioception. Another chosen blocker. This is the blocker with claw. Got the KO. Great KO here. All tied up on the pitch, 10v10. And the foul. Another KO. And did not get called off. The ref saw nothing. Great foul with the mighty, or great blitz with the Mighty Blow player to get one of those strength 4 players off the pitch. Followed up with a foul to get another one off the pitch. And it's a 1-man player advantage for the Harlequins. Fail to dodge. That'll be a stun. That is quite all right. Turn 3 for Nuffle to see here. A mark being taken against Louis Lina, the number 3 ghoul runner, by conjunctivitis. Oh, you don't want to be marked by conjunctivitis. Keith says, I personally use the Minotaur at first, but to lower the TV, I let it go when he dies. Yeah, and it can be tricky to keep him alive, right? Just because he's relatively low AV compared to other big guys. But the Minotaur's great. I think the Minotaur's great. Setting up a pocket over in the right wide zone. Looks like he's going to advance this ball to the opposing 12-yard line in the right wide zone. No, advances to the opposing 8-yard line. Now a 3-die with the Ogre against Matt Simons. Gets a gets a push. Triple push on the dice. $20 seconds left on the clock for Nuffle to see here. Pulls a player in for some protection on Blepharospasm. He's the lineman who's carrying the ball currently. Two-die blitz gets a dodge push on Louis Lina. Shifting this whole offense to the right wide zone. All right. We'll see how the Harlequins respond to this, if they try to lock it down or not. Really only have the speed on the Ghouls. Yeah, so the Ghouls are going to have to be the ones to hook around this way. Oh my goodness gracious. Another removal, and this one permanent. Two SPP for Andre Esterhazen. Nuffle to see here, deciding what to do. Oh, it's stuck. It's stuck. It's so rough. It's so rough. Double pals on Keratitis. Judge Stretch says, I personally like rat ogres. I'm terrible with them, but I do like them. Rat ogres are great. Another foul, this time on the big guy. So had 3 assists on the foul here. And that's 10, 9, 8, 7. That's AV7 plus. What did he roll? A 5. Yeah, rat ogres are really, really good. You just have to watch out for the frenzy. Well, frenzy and animal savagery. Two-die blitz to get things started here with Prosopagnosia, the number 6 lineman. Remember, any blitz taken by a beastman, they have horns, so their strength gets treated as a 4 instead of a 3. Gonna shift back to center pitch. I think this is a wise idea. Takes a mark on the number 6 white blitzer, Andre Esterhazen, and Louis Lina. The ball will advance to the 20-yard line at mid-pitch. Yeah, rat ogres are great because of animal savagery, in my opinion, just because you can guarantee that they're always going to action. You just have to you have to be careful that you're not killing your entire team. And then you have to watch out for the frenzy, right? You have to watch out that you don't frenzy into a 1-die block or something. Or worse, an uphill block. So, Nuffle to see here, really deciding where he wanted to put Strabismus, whether he was coming over to the left or staying on the right. He's going to stay on the right, rushes into position in front of Andre Esterhazen, and then he's going to rush Presbyopia over to the left. And now, a 2-die block back on the number 10 lineman, gets a POW. Turn 4, final turn of the first quarter. Harlequins B.B.F.C. They started on defense. This offense did exactly what they needed to do. To be fair, the defense doing pretty well too. If they can force the score early, like in the next turn or two, maybe the next turn, they'll be in good shape, but I'm not sure how they're going to do that. Yeah, fouling the Ogre. Got a KO. Really well done. Nuffle to see here. Choosing not to do anything about it, and I think that's fair. And now, both big guys off the pitch. This undead team is what they have to do. Get the knockdown on conjunctivitis. And now, here he comes, the animal himself, Ivan, the animal death shroud. He's going to mark presbyopia. Blitz still on the table. Woo-hoo-hoo! Wow, he's going to re-roll this. Into the POW! My goodness! Marcus Smith! Oh, unbelievable play. 4+ dodge, 3+ dodge, 1 die blitz, re-rolls it into a POW, gets the knockdown, rushes to follow up and mark the new ball carrier. Prosopagnosia, the current ball carrier. He's gonna blitz Marcus Smith. You're gonna dodge push out of this. May as well follow up, yeah. Is he gonna dodge away to score? He is! So 1-0. Nuffle to see here takes the lead, but I think the defense did its job there. Had to force the score. Marcus Smith, man, he's the MVP already. Marcus Smith dodging in to make the blitz worked out. The Mummy's gonna come back onto the pitch. And now the Harlequins are going to have an opportunity. Wow, all 3 KOs come back for Nuffle to see here. Harlequins are going to have an opportunity to get on the board. So the Harlequins really wanted to force the score there, and they succeeded. And now they're going to have ample opportunity to get on the board 1-1. Then they'll be on offense to start the second half, and that means they will be able to control the momentum for the rest of the game and try to win this 2-1. Very shallow defense by Nuffle to see here. Has to be a little concerned with these ghoul runners. Yeah, I think keeping the Mummy off the line is where he wants to be with that Mummy. The Mummies only have an MA of 3. They have an Edge of 5+. Oh, he's going to put him on the line. So this suggests he's going to try to block the line down, which is fair. Which is totally fair. But they can get locked down very easily. Once they get locked down, they're going nowhere unless they get break tackle. All right, Nuffle to see here. It's going to pick up an extra reroll. They're up to 3. Harlequins have none. I think Mummies, depending on the matchup, Mummies on defense off the line is a good call, personally. Mummies on the line on offense, because you know you're blocking first, unless you're worried about the blitz or something. So 2-die block on the line, breaks armor, gets a KO. Well done. One-man player advantage for Nuffle to see here in turn... I'm sorry, one-man player advantage for the Harlequins B.B.F.C. in turn 5. Ooh, took the 1-die block and had no rerolls. That's going to be a turnover. Turn 6 for Nuffle to see here, so that's crucially a turn lost. Yeah, 2-die blitz gets a push on Louis Lynau. He'll push, he will not follow up, and he'll continue to move this Beastman toward the ball. 3 rerolls, is he going to rush? He's not going to rush, but here comes a second Beastman, Presbyopia. He will rush toward the ball. He's going to rush onto the ball, fails the rush. If he rerolls here, he now has the pickup to do. Fails the pickup roll. He's going to spend another reroll. He does, and that is a turnover. Failed the rush, rerolled, succeeded. Failed the pickup, rerolled, and failed. Turn 6, back to the Harlequins. Early pressure by the defense might mean SPB for thinking of the bits with the emergency rush warning. Yeah, this early aggression here in the right wide zone might mean that this undead team could get on the board. We'll see. Oh boy, that star player. That star player doing work. Ivan the Animal gets a stun on the Ogre. Great stun. Yeah, the Harlequins need to have a lane available next turn because they've got to move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, good removal. Wow. We'll see if that sticks for the second half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are one space away. They need to get somebody down pitch. I don't think they have anyone. Turn 7 for Nuffle to see here. So Nuffle to see here has successfully stopped the score. They might be able to score on their own. Is anybody further down pitch? He's down pitch. His Ivan the Animal, who he could still do it. So Ivan the Animal could still score. Joe Marchant could score as well. All right, so he has options, but I imagine they're gonna get tied up here momentarily. Double pals on James Chisholm, the number 10 lineman. Good stun here. That stun effectively means that lineman's out for the rest of the drive. Fail to rush. Fail to rush with proprioception. That's a turnover. Turn 7 back to the Harlequins. Try to get some tackle zones on this left sideline. So the Harlequins have an opportunity to get this offense moving, but it's not going to be with a ghoul runner. They get the assist on blepharospasm. They get a push out of it. And now a 2-die against prosopagnosia. Gets a knockdown here. Not a knockdown? He has... What? Oh, we get the push. He's going for Going for the surf. Wow, good eye, good eye. And now we'll get a surf. Oh, really well done, well played. Well played by BB Nut. Eyeballing that surf, got a KO. We'll see if the KO sticks. Series of pushes to set up the surf. Danny Kerr is going to have to pick up this ball, and then somebody's going to have to move down pitch. Oh, just giving up the ball. All right, says, you know what? I'm not going to try to score. Instead, I'm going to try to pick up some cast and set myself up for a better position for the second half of the game. Both down result will be a turnover. Turn 8 coming up for Nuffle to see here. Two-die block on Marcus Smith. Gets a pal. 8+ breaks arm. These ghouls are fragile, and they don't have regen. Only a stun, though. Ghouls are the only players on the undead team who don't have regen. Often makes them targets. They're low AV, and they don't have regen. And they're basically your ball carriers and your foulers and your harassment pieces. So they tend to have pretty big targets on their backs. Blitz on Ivan the Animal himself. 8+ breaks armor. Doesn't get it. Not a whole lot to do here left. Blitz has been spent, blocks have been taken. Shift some players to the right, and final turn for the Harlequins. We'll try to get some SPP and call it a half. No doubt we'll go in on a foul as well. Yeah, trying to foul that claw player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 assists on proper reception. That's going to make that... Oh, no! No! Double skulls! Took the blitz first, rolled into double skulls. Didn't get the opportunity to take the blitz and got injured for his trouble. Andre Esterhazen, one of the blitzers, removed from the game. Harlequins will be on offense to start this second half. So it'll still be 11v11 on the pitch. Oh, yeah, regen failed. I was like, oh, did he regen? No, he did not. Beautiful Christmassy pitch with the green and the red. Oh, beautiful. Just little splashes of red. Still has this shallow defense for Nuffle to see here. 3 on the line, the Ogre in the center defensive tackle position, and really no secondary to speak of. Life is taking his time, trying to decide where he wants his pieces to be. He says this is good enough, and now the Harlequins set up their offense. They are behind by a touchdown. They're going to start the half on offense, 5 on the line. The question is, our Harlequins love that. Both teams get a bribe. Harlequins up to 2 bribes. And Nuffle to see here picks up their first. Knockdown on the right defensive end. Oh, gets a pal. Has to spend that, spent one of the re-rolls to get a knockdown on the Ogre. 3rd knockdown on the line. The whole line knocked down. No armor breaks. Still has his blitz. Where'd the ball go? Oh, it must have been a touchback. Ball in the hands of Marcus Smith. He's the #1 ghoul runner. He has dodge and wrestle. Wrestle means on a both down result, he can elect for both players to go down, but there'll be no armor break and no turnover. Pretty good skill on a low AV player. Marcus Smith advances to the Harlequins' own 8-yard line. And now a foul on the Ogre, it looks like. No. A foul on Conjunctivitis got the KO and did not get called off the pitch. 1-man player advantage for the Harlequins. Nuffle to see here is thinking about the Apothecary. Doesn't spend it. Turn 9 for Nuffle to see here now. They want to stop the score. Are the Harlequins playing to win or playing to draw? I think it's going to depend on how these fouls turn out. Every win in the league earns you 3 points in the competition. Every draw earns you 1 point. The top 2 teams of each division advance to the top 4, which is a single elimination bracket to determine the champion of the competition. The champion and the runner-up of each competition in the season advance to the Blood Bowl, which is the final competition of the season. It's an invitational. The champions advance in the upper bracket. The runners-up advance in the lower bracket where they duke it out, and the winner of that bracket will advance to the upper bracket. This is the second competition of the season. The first competition is the Chaos Cup. It was won by league champion Doug the Minotaur. Goodbye Blitz spends a reroll into a push. Man, I've been playing Aiden Chronicle. It's basically New Suikoden. It was made by the company founded by the creator of Suikoden. And man, it's such a blast. I love it. I love going around just recruiting people. The Apothecary will be spent on the Ogre. Wow, what a hero. That Apothecary gets MVP for this game. Killed the Ogre. Oh, I didn't even get the... Yeah, I did. I was like, I didn't even get it. Wow. The animal murders the Ogre, but the Apothecary saves his life. Judge Dredson, sorry, what game? What game were you playing? Oh, that game was... Yeah. It's like it's Suikoden with like a little bit more going on, right? So your party is, you can have a party of 10, sort of. You got 3 in the front, 3 in the back, kind of like Suikoden. Good KO. Another removal here. This is exactly what the Harlequins want. Doing a great job here with these fouls and with these blocks. You can have your 3 in the front, 3 in the back. You can have a support character and 4 what they call reserve characters. Out of, I mean, it's Suikoden, so you know, it's out of 100 total characters you can recruit. Plus, the battles, like boss battles, can have gimmicks. Like there was one where you can like, yeah, Aiden. You can like hide behind rocks. There was one where I had like a Sailor Moon girl, like a magical girl, and she had these little grimoires that you could like hit to bonk the enemy on the head. It's so cool. It's so much fun, man. It's really it's a well-realized game. Turn 10 for Nuffle to see here. Oh boy, they have to spend a reroll. They're down to just 1. They get the push on James Chisholm. I never played the little game, the little prequel game for Aiden. I have it, but I haven't played it. Judge Dredge says, I've been working through Unicorn Overlord, which despite the terrible name is basically new Ogre Battle 64. Yeah, I love Unicorn Overlord. I love Ogre Battle. Like Ogre Battle, I miss Ogre Battle. We have Tactics Ogre, and we had the remake, or I don't know, remaster you could say, for Tactics Ogre, which is great, but that's Final Fantasy Tactics. Ogre Battle is so unique, and I was really happy to see Unicorn Overlord come out. That game's marvelous. Nuffle to see here, resetting their defense a bit. They pull Blepharospasm back into the safety position. Dacryostenosis pulls back as well. Yeah, I remember getting to a point. Was it with the Pegasus people? Maybe, I don't know. I got to a point and I was like, wow, this got hard. 2-die block on Louis Lina gets the PAL here. 7+ breaks armor thanks to Mighty Blow. Got a KO. Well done to remove one of these ghoul runners. And now a 2-die on Joe Gray, the number 11 lineman. 9+ breaks armor. Breaks armor again. Gets a stun. I can't remember. I mean, I haven't finished it. I put it down when something came out, but I will definitely finish it at some point. It's a lot of fun. And I have loved everything Vanillaware has put out. They're all very different games. They're a lot of fun. They put a lot of love and craft into their games. So Marcus Smith, the ball carrier, advances to the opposing 20-yard line in the right wide zone, trying to put some tackle zones into position, trying to knock down Strabismus. Only gets a push out of this. He's going to re-roll. He wants the knockdown. He's got it here. Wow, great armor break too. Gets a stun. That's a fantastic stun for the Harlequins. Might try to rush Joe Marchant here. Yes, indeed he does. Great offense by the Harlequins. Both teams with commanding offenses. Nuffle to see here with a dominant offense in the first half. The Harlequins now showing they can do the exact same thing here on their half. 2-die blitz. can't take the both down result. I mean, he could, but it's not going to break the armor of Marcus Smith. All right, so he's going to use it. It's not going to be a turnover, yeah. Now he needs to get somebody else back there. Because Marcus Smith's just going to stand right back up. Two-die block on Wilco Low. Gets a POW. With Mighty Blow, 8+ breaks armor. I bought that big robotic trailer for my robotic Optimus Prime. It's like 3 feet long. I had no idea where to put it. So now I decided it lives on a little end table, like at the top of the staircase on the second floor. That's where it lives now. I don't know where else to put it. It's too big. 22 seconds left in the turn. Both coaches very efficient with their turns. Harlequins have not dipped into their bonus time at all. Nuffle to see here really has only dipped in for a minute. All right, so he decided to dodge back Keratitis. Maybe trying to force the score, taking a page out of the Harlequins playbook and give themselves an opportunity to win this one 2-1. Harlequins standing up their players first because there's no die rolls associated. We have a reroll. They're going to take a blitz. 2-die blitz. That'll work out due to the block skill. Oh, uses Juggernaut to get the Surf. Well done. Very well done. BB Nut with a keen eye for the Surfs. Wow. Very well done. Here's the stand-up to recover the ball. 3+. Fails the roll. He'll spin the re-roll, and there it is. 1-1. Well played by well played by the Harlequins. So we've seen two very dominant. Oh boy! Wow! Two very dominant offenses, and now the Chaos Chosen team, Nuffle to see here, they're going to be on offense, but they got back no KOs. So the Harlequins now are looking to pull out a 2-1 victory. They're going to have a 3-man player advantage going into this new drive. Yeah, they're going to screen out the offense, and now the offense down to just 8 players on the pitch. Diplopia, the #1 ogre, dead for a few minutes, but the apothecary saved him. Again, both teams showing just how well they can play offense, but how well can Nuffle to see here invoke that offense being down 3 players? That's the question. You can bet that the Harlequins are going to try to get a little aggressive here. They can't overcommit to the point where they give up a TD, but they're going to try to recover this ball in 4 turns. and try to win this game 2-1. Here's the kick. Dead center, I wager. 4 players get a free action. That's a... What? What? That's... what? Huh? That's very much... That's very much a touchback. Oh! BB that says I misclicked. It's my daughter knocked me. So it goes. Still has the blitz though. 2-dive blitz on proprioception. Gets the knockdown. Going after that claw player. Let's see whose hands the ball goes into. Maybe dacryostenosis. Could go into the hands of prosopagnosia as well. He's got block, but he probably wants to be on block duties with Mighty Blow. I don't know. Or he can go full ham and put it in the hands of blepharospasm. Gonna put it in the hands of dacryostenosis, the number 12 lineman. He's a rookie. Turn 12, final turn of the third quarter. Nothing to see here on offense. A tie ball game. They have 1 reroll and a bribe. The Harlequins have no rerolls and 2 bribes, but they have a 3-man player advantage. 2-dive blitz in the left wide zone to get things started here. They're getting a dodge push on Louis Lina. Now 2-dive block back at the line as a pal against Matt Simons. 8+ breaks armor. He's done it. Broke the armor. There's the thumbs up. And got the KO. Well done. Down to a 2-man player advantage. I watched Godzilla -1 last night. It was good. I think it's a little overpraised. I'm a big Godzilla fan, and it's definitely a good movie. Like, it is good. I really appreciated sort of its kind of bringing it back to the original Godzilla movie, and it looks really nice. It's very well performed and written. Just not quite what I was expecting, I suppose. Nuffle to see here. Back on the bonus clock. They advance this ball to their own 4-yard line in the right wide zone. 2-dive block on Joe Gray. Gets push. I watched it in black and white. I didn't even realize it came out in color. But I think I can't imagine watching it in color, honestly. I think it naturally works in black and white. And even though I haven't seen it in color, I think it probably works better in black and white. Fourth quarter begins. Louis Lina back in the safety position. Joe Marchant applying the pressure to the ball carrier. Harlequins trying to go after this ball, trying to recover and win this game. They get the knockdown on proprioception on the left wide zone. Here comes the blitz. Boy, one die blitz on the ball carrier. That'll do it. Gets the knockdown. Can he get a 9+? He can't. He can't. Hot potato with the ball. The ball's going to end up to the left of Marcus Smith. So going in early, knocks the ball out of the hands of the ball carrier, marking this offensive contingent. And now going for the foul on the claw player. 2 assists on this foul. Got the KO. Did not get called off. The ref sees nothing. Why are you over here? Why are you all the way over here? You know the play is down here. 3-man player advantage for the Harlequins B.B.F.C. Nuffle to see here, turn 13. A push on Danny Kerr, the fouler, the dirty player. No, failed. Double fail on the rush. No. BB says, I have to say the ref has been amazing all game. 10 out of 10. Rolled snake eyes on the rush on the final reroll. That's a lost turn for Nuffle to see here. This is a huge opportunity for the Harlequins. Trying to take the marks, trying to get in on this scrum, but failed the rush. And now the Harlequins are going to descend upon this pocket and start murdering players. Here's the first one. 2 die block, gets a knockdown. 9+ breaks armor. No armor break, but he's going to keep going. Two die blitz on Strabismus. Gets a knockdown. This is the injured player. If he can get the armor break, there's a +1 to the injury roll. There's the armor break. Got a stun out of that. Pushes on the ball. The ball's going to scatter out of bounds, out of the scrum to the opposing 2-yard line. Maybe in a better position for Nuffle to see here. The star player, Ivan the Animal Deathstroud, he's going to move and mark this ball. Two assists on the foul. Oh boy, man. Ref, call him off the pit. Thank you. Spends a bribe. The ref will gladly take that money to buy himself a new automatic transforming Optimus Prime. Another armor break with the drop kick. Oh boy, that is a great stun. Harlequins in great shape here, but they're running out of time. Nuffle to see here. They might need to shift to trying to just draw this game. If they could somehow get this ball, it might behoove them to punt, but we'll see. One die block on the animal gets a push. Nuffle to see here with no re-rolls remaining. Every die roll is scary at this point. This is not the time to go boneheaded. Oh, it just ends the turn. Oh, the ogre goes boneheaded. So he loses his tackle zones. 2 die block here in turn 15 for the Harlequins against Dacryostenosis. They're going to break armor. They get a stun. That player is effectively out for the rest of the game. Joe Marchant, the number 7 blitzer, moves toward the end zone. The ball on the Harlequins' 4-yard line. The ball is clear now. Might do the ball pickup with Danny Kerr. We'll see. Who does he have available? Yeah, Danny Kerr. 3+ ball pickup. Works out. Rolls the 6. And there he goes. Moves to the opposing 6-yard line. That's where he started. 2 rushes forward. Does this put him in scoring position? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What it does. 2 opportunities to score currently. Every stun is huge at this point in the game. Another good stun by the Harlequins. Two-die block on the Stagnus. Gets a knockdown. Two-die block on that boneheaded ogre. That's going to be a push. And now the foul. Another KO. And the ref once again sees absolutely nothing. Turn 15 for Nuffle to see here. Nuffle to see here. Boy. I think at this point you pray to Nuffle. I think at this point you pray to Nuffle. BB Nuts says jokes on the ref. He should call you. I've got money. I've still got a little jangle in my pockets. We saw 2 drives of very dominant offenses by both teams. And then in this final drive of the game, Harlequins, B.B.F.C, they had a distinct player advantage, and they leveraged it. They capitalized, came in aggressive on this offense, was able to lock it down after an unfortunate snake eyes roll on a rush by Nuffle to see here. That gave them the opportunity to secure this ball, which they have done. And now they're 1 point away, they're 1 turn away from winning this ball game. Tried the dodge. Oh no, and he got injured for his trouble. Had to do something, but unfortunately, he gets injured in the exchange. And now the Harlequins are a handoff, but probably more likely a rush away from winning. Yes, indeed. There it is. Well done by the Harlequins. They take the lead 2-1 here. There'll be 1 turn left in this ballgame. Unless there's a timeout, there's really nothing Nuffle to see here can do to get on the board. Boy, look at the remains of this Chaos Chosen team. 6 players left to field. SP Beaver says, what did Clifey's do to offend Nuffle? Probably named his team Nuffle to see here. That's what he did. 4-man player advantage for the defense. Unless there is a timeout, there's no way Nuffle to see here can tie this game. They need to pray hard to Nuffle to get the extra turn they need to try to desperately end this game in a draw. Here's the kick. That's not going to do it. This game's going to end 2-1. The Harlequins B.B.F.C are going to win this one. Congratulations to BB Nut and the Harlequins for their win in this game. Nothing to do here but to take some blocks and get some SPP for Nuffle to see here, but very, very well played by both coaches. Two-die blitz on Louis lineout, going after the Gould runner, trying to get the Kaz, doesn't get it. Two-die block on the Journeyman, gets a pal. 7+ breaks armor here, he got it! 2 more SPP. Rack him up. Of all the people to regen, it's the Journeyman. 3-die block on James Chisholm. Triple push here. 2-4 SPP Beastman. I guess maybe, I don't know, he could pick either one to, oh, just going for the foul. Going for the foul. So no assists on this foul. Doesn't get anything out of the foul. And that means he's not going for the pass SPP. I mean, I guess he could try. May as well try. That'll be it. 2-1. Well done. Well played. That was a fun one to watch. Look at that mummy go. And with that win, the Harlequins B.B.F.C, they're going to jump into 4th place here in Division B, a very hotly contested division. Boy, that was so much fun. Really well played, and again, congratulations to BB Nut and the Harlequins, but also kudos to both coaches for really playing a really, really good game. We saw excellent offenses there. In that final drive, we saw BB Nut see the opportunity with the defense, shut down the offense just decidedly, and was able to win this one 2-1. And that's going to do it for today. Our next game is coming up tomorrow night, Monday, May 6th at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's UTC -4. That's going to be the Dead Poets versus Nevaguna, S Beaver versus Chime. That's another undead team, this time versus an orc team. And then on Tuesday, we have Cenozoic Park versus Stairway to Nuffle, Nick Satan versus El Nubarino. That's Lizards versus Underworld. On Thursday, we have I Want to Be Like Doug versus the White Skull Windbreakers, Richard Cranium versus Doug the Minotaur. That's Dwarves versus Orcs. And on Friday, we have the Bonebreakers versus Rodentia, Galshi 1 versus Spire. That's Black Orcs versus Skaven. Just 2 games left to be scheduled here in week 6, and when those games get scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to those schedules on our website at maml.club, that's MAML.CLUB, here on Twitch, or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, Twitter, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel, Play Blood Bowl, man. Where else? Where else can you have a pocket full of money when you play football and just kick somebody in the face with your cleats, pay off the ref, and off you go? You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store until until Monday night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Sunday afternoon.